Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's news brief. Ladies and gentlemen, a 93-year-old woman was shot 2 times and 1 bullet grazing her on her own property in Hearne, Texas, by the Hearne Police Department. I'd like to report to you the circumstances under why this 93-year-old woman was shot. The 93-year-old woman supposedly was reported to return back from the DMV, which is the Department of Motor Vehicles, where Americans get their licenses. She was denied this license due to circumstances that are unclear. She went back to her home, upset. This is what her nephew reports. And he attempted to take the keys away from her. Upon taking the keys away, the 93-year-old woman was upset and got her .38 caliber weapon. She went into the porch and sat down. The nephew made a phone call to the local police department. When, upon their arrival, the officer came and shot this woman twice. The 3rd shot grazed her. If the person intentionally, knowingly, or recklessly carries a handgun, or on or about or on person, unless the person is on one's premise, or the premise under which the person controls, or inside or directly en route to a motor vehicle that is owned by the person or under the person's control. Let me simplify that for you. This 93-year-old woman was shot on her own porch, not in violation of Texas law. She fired, supposedly by the nephew, 2 shots into the ground. Whether these were warning shots for the police officers not to come closer to the property, she had rights under Texas law. The officer asked her to disarm, whereupon he fired 3 times, hitting her twice and grazing her once. The 93-year-old woman has died in the hospital. Since then, the city council has put the officer on administrative leave. The city has responded with an uprising for this tragedy. Let me be clear. Don't think for a moment that this is not a tragedy. This is a tragedy beyond comprehension. As an individual and citizen of the United States, I ask you to rise up and to report disorderly conduct on the federal level or on the state level for this police department. So often we hear of things like Trayvon Martin cases and other tragedies in the African American community. This by far is a tragedy that is being underreported and must be given the proper attention. This is why this video blog has been composed, in order to give you insight as far as the law and the action. And between the law and the action, there is a huge injustice. Let it be known that we are all citizens, no matter what your color or race. And if you see injustice, speak out against it. This is my advice. This is your brother Umar, signing out. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.